What's going on, everybody? We are back at it again. Yes. Yes, we are. Um, we are doing another live stream for this year's lookbacks on the Halloween Twilight Zone films. Um, we are today going to be looking at the fifth installment of Halloween Twilight Zone, that being the Halloween Scare Survives. And now the Halloween Scare Survives is it is as I said at the end of the last one. This was at the height of COVID, so it was. I thought to myself, well, how bad could this possibly be? Because everyone's at home. I would think like everybody would have time on their hands, and turns out, I guess they did not, because it turns out people just didn't have the time or didn't want to go out and film. So I did spread the word out to everybody I could find, and I said, look, is there anybody that can do a segment for me? And my good friend Vincent Moore stepped up to the challenge and said, I did some filming, and will this work? And I said, I will take anything you have. So that's what he did. He sent me what he had, and thus we got a segment of his, and then I did one as well, and that's what we got. We only got two segments. This is very much in the line of the first one, where it was like the two segments, and no offense, Vincent, you yourself, I think, had said it wasn't your finest moment, but it wasn't our best production in the entire world, but we did what we could, and the one thing I did that I never did for really any other one was, I was thinking to myself, like, again, like I said, how can people not have time on their hands? So I kind of like put a dig at the very beginning of the movie, and this is what I did. So this is how the movie starts.
Hi everyone, Daniel Saletta here, and welcome to the Twilight Zone Halloween Scare Survives. This is our fifth Twilight Zone, and we wanted to make this a very special one.
It's true.
Unfortunately, we weren't able to do that. What we originally wanted was to have 4 different directors bring you 4 different stories, and we were going to originally call it the Halloween Scare Reigns.
Yeah, this was going to be a big one.
Unfortunately, due to current situations, time constraints, and other reasons,
those other reasons
this never happened.
Were people like saying, no, we don't want to do this silly show of yours.
But we were able to still get 2 stories for you, one directed by myself and one directed by my good friend Vincent Moore. We were able to get a few other actors together, and we barely scraped it together, which is why this is coming out a day late and a day after Halloween. So
that's the other thing. That's the other thing. This movie came out the day after Halloween, so it was even late. So it's just, this thing was covered in problems. And so I had to let it out there, saying like, okay guys, I understand time constraints and other things, but it's like, why couldn't you just help me out here? So I don't know why they didn't.
And we're still getting the spirit of things. I've got my Indiana Jones outfit that you might remember from Twilight Zone 3, the Halloween Scare Strikes Back.
Yeah, a little reference to Strikes Back.
We're still going to have our normal prologue opening, our commercial break, and all the other usual fun things that you expect from our Twilight Zone films. Hopefully next year we can do the Twilight Zone Halloween Scare Reigns and bring you those 4 different stories. Until then, let's change the picture here. That's much better.
That's much better.
And once again, enjoy the Twilight Zone Halloween Scare Survives.
It's like, come on, let's go. If you notice, in the time thing, okay, so I put Warner Brothers here again. You know, reasons I said in the first one. I think Warner Brothers owns the movie at least. Number 4, the Revenge of the Halloween Scare is 31 minutes, and this one, and as these progressed, they got progressively longer and longer. But this one backtracked even. This one's actually shorter at 27. So. Love my logo. If you don't know what the music is, it's a bit from Moulin Rouge at the end of the Elephant Love medley, and where it says "For the love of movies," you can hear the opera singer say "L'amour," l'amour. So there you go. Vincent, I didn't credit you. I don't know why I didn't credit you with this. My bad. I do like that shot, actually. That's kind of cool. Transition.
It was the Monster Man in the Twilight Zone.
I'm not actually going anywhere.
The Twilight Zone.
See, these are all like posts of the Twilight Zone. That was
The
Rob,
Twilight Zone.
Burgess Meredith, Forrest Whitaker.
What the heck was that?
This is actually the 2002 intro.
I first had trouble, but never like this before. Okay, off.
It's not turning off.
Oh, this is getting too weird. I'm out of here.
The Twilight Zone.
Yeah, so I mean, like it was these prologues that I do. I try to make every single one of them different. They're still silly, but sorry, I'm like, no, you're just in time, my friend. You're just in time. You just missed the silly prologue of listening to the Twilight Zone on the radio. See, like, if we can get you and Eric involved, I did let Eric know, because like the three of us kind of carried this edition of it. But so I mean, it seems like a normal Halloween Twilight Zone film that I would make, but it's
Welcome.
Hey, there's Eric.
One
Woo!
and all. There are no rules. There are no laws. There are limitations that stop us every year from giving you the fright of your life. Although the mortal world is in their own
I asked Eric,
twist
just
of
like, can you
denial
please
and
be the
shock,
host? And he was very willing to do
in
it.
this other dimension are still offering 2 shuddering tales from the now unlocked Halloween section of the Twilight Zone.
Thank you, Eric.
Our first story shows the curious nature of a vlogger who is suspect when a child goes missing for good on Halloween night. What will he uncover? What will he go through? Prepare to like, comment, and subscream to our first story, as seen
I
through
kind of
the
liked that
cracked
line.
lens of the Halloween
That was a funny
section
line, and I
in
just liked it how he said
the
it.
Twilight Zone.
Subscream. Murder Mountain. You called it something else, but
All right, and welcome back, everyone. Got a different video for all of you today. No, not
Yeah,
our video.
woo,
I'm more creative than
yeah.
that. Instead of a
Here
Halloween
we go,
special
yeah.
like I
I
originally
know, here we go.
was planning
Here we
on
go.
doing, I'm going to be doing a not Halloween special because Halloween has been officially canceled in this township, unfortunately.
But see,
And
you at least
for
made it a
not the
Halloween
usual
themed type of thing. I
reasons
appreciate
that Halloween is canceled for, bothering people and such. And for it's a mixture of incompetence and tragedy, in my opinion, unfortunately.
Really?
A
They're
few
lost to
nights
history.
ago,
Interesting.
a little kid, not even in school, was kidnapped and taken just right out of his house in the middle of the night, right out of his home. And for whatever reason, the police say that there's a curfew. There's a curfew.
Did you
right?
make
I don't
this
know
up
if they
off
actually
the
have the
cuff?
right to install
wanna
a
know
curfew,
that.
but there's a curfew, and none of us plebs are allowed to be out after dark. And they won't admit it, but what people are saying, and the whispers is that it's the Sunset Killer back on the loose, or back from the dead, rather, considering how the Sunset murders happened in the 1970s. And even though the suspect was never caught, I mean, they must be, might as well call them the Walker killers, right? I haven't found any cane or Walker marks or slipper footprints. So I think that's absolutely preposterous. But I need a video. And so we're going to be checking out
let's
Moose
bring
Mountain
Shannon
here, where the infamous Sunset killings took place, and we'll see if maybe there actually is an old man killer walking around, or rather the spirit of a much younger killer. In that case, that would be very bad for me, but very good for the channel. So let's find out.
That's a cool shot. I don't remember that one. Were you running up a hill?
Okay, so what
You should call me.
neglected to mention in the intro to this video, and what I neglected to research is apparently the summit, which is the destination for the video, and where I plan to, you'll see.
I'll see.
Is it's a 3-mile hike.
That is not my like, comment, and subscribe. That he put that in there, and but hey, take it as you will. We can definitely make it work and make it be a like, comment, and subscribe to More Fun Productions, Vincent Moore, and me, Daniel Soletti. Do it. Moving on.
So
I was walking up the hill and sped up. Okay, that's fair.
Yeah, luckily I'm gonna cut out most of the boring stuff of just me walking and
Is that your
panting
music or mine?
out in the editing bay.
I think that was yours.
But I wanted to, since we're nearing the summit, I just wanted to go into some background information, because we got a national and international audience, and really, I mean, the Sunset Killer only killed about three people,
I'm gonna release Woodshed.
or tried to kill 4. And
Yes. Woodshed. That's a fun movie that you and I did. I was part of that, and I appreciate. I think I was the only one in the movie that didn't swear at all, but I did get to use a Walther PPK. So you know me as a James Bond fan. So that was fun. That huffing and puffing was real. I wasn't acting. That's called method acting, my friend. That is method acting. But yes, once Woodshed is released, go check out Woodshed. It's a fun movie. We are both in it. That is awesome.
ended up killing 3, which, I mean, obviously 3 is too many, but it's, small potatoes compared to, John Wayne Gacy or Ed Gein or Patrick Bateman or, all the other ones.
Bateman.
All the other big ones, but still, it's our own little... I mean, I call it a tourist trap, but no one tries to capitalize on it. I mean, people keep saying it's too horrific. Oh gosh, isn't it beautiful today? Oh wow. This is nice too. It's mostly tree cover. So anyway, so the reason why they call him him or her, they're wearing a mask before it was appropriate to do so, and they
You should have gotten some kind of mask. That would be cool.
they're called the Sunset Killer because they would take the victim and tie him to a chair right at the summit that had an absolutely gorgeous view. Also, it's a rare time in the year where there's 2 full moons in the same month in October. And, the ancient Celts believe that Samhain, which I think is what Halloween comes from, is the day when the fabric between this world and the spirit world is the thinnest, I think. I don't know, this is the kind of stuff you see on the History Channel. And,
Hey, no,
moons increase.
You're giving a little bit of a history lesson, yeah, because like the Halloween kind of is all connected to the Irish and the Samhain type of thing. So points for that. And you said Celts, and you live in New England. Thank you for the hard C in that word.
Spiritual energy, or at least that's what the chick at the crystal store told me. At least it's a beautiful view to die looking at. No, I should probably edit that out. It sounds awful, but yeah. So, anyways, one person actually managed to live until live to see the sun, and they escaped all the way down this mountainside here, and I guess the killer couldn't keep up, and she went to the police and went to the hospital naturally, and they came up here, did a search, and they only found two chairs, which they actually ended up destroying because they figured there'd be a bunch of psychos and weirdos who would put it in a museum or would worship
Every
it or whatever.
I'm in.
And
it's a Quebec.
yeah, which is a shame because I could actually.
But see, this is why it works out so well.
Some sitting down right now.
Are good friends,
by the way,
such good friends, because
in case you
the comedy works, and I like
couldn't
the comedy,
already
so
tell,
it's funny,
for Halloween I'm
really
obviously going as Morpheus from The Matrix, of course. Who else do you think I'd go as?
The guy from Escape from New York, whose name I'm blanking on, but him, you'd go as him.
Too fat to be Neo, so that's pretty weird. But yeah, I can understand why even the cops don't want to go here. And it's like this in the summer too. It's like just some sort of weird negative energy. You feel like you're being watched even though it's still relative daylight out. And God, I don't know. I mean, if the kid really did come up here,
that's it,
or was taken here, right, by the Sunset Killer, just imagine how horrifying this place would be at night, too, right?
Go ahead, give yourself a plug.
Heck, even today. Okay, so we're coming up on the summit. So far, I don't see a giant wicker man or anything, so. I'm going to save the night. Oh, actually, wait. Shh, I'm going to save the night. And, yeah, and, oh, wow.
You mean there isn't a
giant... Well, that's not horrifying at all. Yes.
There's no Wicker Man, and there's no Britt Eklund? Or Christopher Lee? What the heck? Oh, I almost forgot I used infrared sound on the soundtrack to increase tension. Not sure if it's able to be picked up through the speakers. Oh, interesting tidbits. See, these are the things that we learn about.
Someone else is going to upload a video of this place, and people after me, and people think I'm copying them.
The way the black and white filter looks, it looks like it's on.
My legs feel like jelly. All right. Okay. All right. You tell me. Do you see any setup?
Nope.
Is there anything shady or off to you?
You mean the guy in the corner here watching me? No, kidding.
Okay. Now I understand what it's like to be Dora. Okay. Well.
I think your commentary is what sells this segment.
All right. Well, looks normal enough. Even looks like it's from the 70s. Just imagine. This is, and we're not even at sunset yet. Just imagine.
I'm imagining.
Right, the colors and the pink and the clouds and
it's beautiful, right?
Actually, no. I don't want to imagine what their last final moments were like. But the person who did get away, that must have been great. It must have been a great feeling. Well. Wasn't great. I'm sure they certainly remembered it, right? Like, just imagine being like Laurie Strode's, who's she was the protagonist in Halloween. Just imagine being.
Oh, right. Yeah, I know.
Just imagine being her psychologist, right?
Thank you for that unlikely plug. Yes, that'll be an episode of As the Real Turns coming out soon, where we covered slashers, and you will see some very familiar killers on that episode. So look out for that one.
just all the money that you'd be able to make with that. So where do you begin, right? She sits down on the couch. Well, it all started with my brother, Michael. But yeah, I'm not gonna have much of a video if I just sit there and wait for sundown, or some phantom to appear. So I'm just going to go a little bit deeper here. Well, I don't really know what to make of this. I don't really want to.
It's the cape
Touch
from
it.
the fourth one.
Um,
It might just come alive.
hmm. See here. No. Let's see how elaborate this prank is here. Ugh.
Don't die. Please don't die.
Oh, looks like it's still fresh. So whoever planted this here.
What is that shirt actually? Where did you find
Must
that?
be too
Yeah,
far.
that prop really didn't show up well either on black and white. Well, where did you find it though? That's my question.
Oh. No, I'm just filming. I didn't put this here. I didn't put this here. Trust me.
Yeah. Can I help you?
So please, if you like the video, please like, share, comment, and
That's
subscribe.
regardless.
Vlogging, a simplistic yet brave profession. This gentleman has just found out the dangers of going to places that gives off a dark, almost demonic vibe. You may ask what his fate is? Well, that's up to you to decide. All I can reveal is that he has just been uploaded to the Halloween section of the Twilight Zone.
I mean, I don't know. To its credit, it wasn't an awful thing. I mean, I bought toddler clothes and other props and looked like that was gonna be my next question. How did it feel? How did it look? You buying those things, but I didn't think it was awful. Looking back, because there was a story and you did play it very well, and we understood what was going on. We introduced all the parts. So I mean, it's nice addition with this. Thank you. It was okay. I think other ones you did were better, but that one wasn't bad. So I don't. It was like I said in the very beginning, we needed something to get this zone on the road. So this worked pretty well, and honestly, this might be my favorite poster of all the Twilight Zones, because if you look very closely here in the thumbnail, it's you and me, and it's just like straight down you and me looking in opposite directions, and I kind of like how it looks. So it's not bad, and I like the sirens at the end too. So we did what we could with what we had. Oh yes, we have to have our commercial break, of course. Oh yeah, that's right. I used This is Six Flags. get scared too, yeah, if like the dancing man just showed up at my door.
It's Fright
Get
Fest
away
at
from
Six
me,
Flags.
creeper!
Come out for ghosts, ghouls, and one screaming coaster after another. Get your discount tickets online at sixflags.com. Six Flags. It's playtime.
Oh yeah, I put 2 in there. Well, how bad could it be? I think the witch is going the other way now. I never noticed that.
Welcome back. Decorations can be something that many enjoy and many fear. We are about to find out about a particular knickknack that has the ultimate warning attached.
I still have these
Will our
books.
next victim listen? Or will he be scared and trapped forever
Thanks, I
in
appreciate the honest assessment. I never had
Halloween
enough time
section
for my
of
segments, and that can be seen
the
in
Twilight
last year's
Zone?
too. That's why I want to wait for next year's to submit another one. That's fair. I understand that. Mind the books. This guy was colleague
Okay,
of mine. from
so
school.
we're doing the online reviews. That's great. So you
He
can
was
actually
very
see.
willing to do this for me.
Trying to stay calm, trying to word this the best way I can so people can actually understand me. These Halloween books, do not get them. Please spare yourselves the trouble.
Okay,
Hey,
so
Christy! Woo!
don't buy these books. Like,
I have been up so many nights now because of these things. I bought these books for my cousins because they love Halloween. They're into all the horror things. They're into trick-or-treating and all that. These books are not anything that you people should have.
just don't, because I put them on my porch to scare trick or treaters, like something like that, and like, and it's like they took over minds. Like,
I think they both.
I literally was
Made
reading
this
it
up
in my
on the-
bed
on
one
the
night,
fly.
and all of a sudden it was just on my chest. I know I had put it away because I put it on my bookshelf in the other room. In the other room, and there's no one else in this house that I live with.
what the? This is like a sick joke or something.
I don't know what sort of sick prank this company's running, but these things make noises at night. They keep falling over. They keep moving on me.
I don't know what to say.
If there's one thing that anyone will see out of this, I know people don't read reviews often, but please,
They
if
don't.
anyone
They
sees
don't.
this, warn of other people. Everything that's going on. Everything that's going on.
But just don't buy the books, man. Don't buy them.
Don't get the book. Don't get the books.
I actually kind of like that. That was kind of fun. Oh, hello. Who's that? Who's that guy? This was literally a box I think we just got in the mail one day, and I said, "Perfect! I will use it." Jerry Goldsmith coming back again, coming back strong. Focus. 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 It's really blurry. There we go. These were a gift, I think, this year, that year or the year before, and I said, I gotta put these in there. Okay, let me explain something here real quick. So, I still have a lot of my old Halloween costumes, and I think the first or second year I was in New Hampshire, I said, here's an idea. I will take the old costumes and I will stuff them with blankets and towels, and I'll put them on the porch for trick-or-treaters. And then my mom came up with an idea saying, hey, what if we tied a fishing line around this porch swing we have on the front porch, and when trick-or-treaters came to the door, one of us would give out candy and the other would pull the fishing line, and it would look like these characters or whatever are swinging on the porch swing, and ever since then I would say, okay, it's time to I'll come and stuff the costumes. So I keep doing that, and that's loads of fun. That's a great thing to do. And so you'll see all of my old costumes here. So we got a crash test dummy. And the idea is the books are making them come to life. So you got a crash test dummy. You got Superman, Batman, and Darth Vader. Nothing out of the ordinary. But wait. Why can't I move? What? This is such a hokey scene. I just needed something to fill the time, but it's it was very silly. Okay, so again, this just continues with the humor. I almost fell over wearing those. It was very slippery, actually, even on that carpet. The book's alive. That's a good reaction I had there. I'm actually gonna like that. That's my favorite angle right there. When Superman turns his head. And the Batman one's pretty good too. Those are actually really cool effects. I kind of liked how those came out. The idea is that they grab me there. And I can't break loose. That's it. That's it. It's a silly segment, but I mean, there are some cool angles, I think, and I knew when I got those books, like I said, that year or the year before, I said I got to make a segment out of these.
The book is always better than the movie.
It's you.
In this case, the book was worse.
Yeah.
We
That's a
have
good one.
now found out when one doesn't listen to reason and goes against all signs of warning, a note to all. Be careful what you put out on Halloween night.
Mm-hmm.
If you don't, you might find a part of another dimension. A dimension of sight, sound, and mind. A wondrous land of shadow and substance, of goblins and ghouls, and owner of a small piece of the Halloween section of the Twilight Zone.
Oh, so this is actually a cool thing. This was a cool thing where that year we always carved pumpkins. I always carved pumpkins with my parents, and that year I said I'm gonna try my best to do the Twilight Zone logo. You know, the three words. So I went ahead and did it, and that was the end result right there. And I said, oh, this is a perfect ending. This is how I'm gonna end the movie. I'll zoom in, or I'll pan, and I'll zoom in on Twilight Zone. And I liked how this looked. It looked really cool at night. So that is not that's not fake. That is a real carved pumpkin ending. Yay! And that was it. It was super duper short, but that's okay. It was short, and was that spelled wrong? I don't know. I couldn't tell. It was short and sweet. You know. To say which one is the best segment in this one, I don't know. Do you have any thoughts, Vincent? I don't know which one's better. They're both kind of equal, I think, because like you said, we were both short on time. We had to get this done, and nobody else was helping us out. So I would say, I don't know. And looking back on this, I do like your segment. I do. You went ahead and went out there, and COVID messed up a lot of things. It was better than Ice Cube's War of the Worlds, filmed at the same time. True. I remember that. I'm biased towards it. That's fair. Yeah, I mean, and you went out there and you filmed all over, and I don't know, were those chairs there? That was going to be my next question, if those chairs were there. And then I just literally, I had the books, and I said, okay, I got to come up with something. That's the best we got. That's the best I got. Look at that. Special thanks to you. Special thanks. And the others who we got to help out with this. But sometimes that's okay. You got to have a year where it's not the best year. Is there a scream in this? No, there's not. So, but yeah, next the following year was so much better, and I really liked. And like I said before, that's finally where we got everything squared away the way it was supposed to be. Yeah, those chairs were there for years. Now there's only one because the trail's overgrown, almost inaccessible. Thank you. It's an honor seeing that. Yeah, no. Well, the chairs thing, first of all, interesting. I guess somebody just left some chairs there. Well, I wonder, should there be a sequel to this one? Maybe something to think about. But no, absolutely. You're welcome, because you really helped me out there. You saved the movie, which is great, because if you had not been there, this movie would have not been able to be made at all. It would have just been a short thing. I proposed to Shelley at the... No way! Oh, that's awesome! Oh, that's awesome. And the first thing you said was, no sequel. The first thing you said was, there was a bit from a hit movie shot right here. Did you know that? And it had me in it. So what do you say? No, I'm kidding. But that's awesome. That's so cool that you proposed there. That's awesome. Also, hello to Shelley. Hope she's doing well, feeling better. No, it was that's why it was called Halloween Scare Survives. We did our best. We kept it alive, and it did survive, and we got back on track. Come the next one. So, hopefully tomorrow we will be able to look back on Twilight Zone 6, the Halloween Scare Reigns, and it'll be so much fun to look back on that one. There were 4 great segments, and it's going to be a tough fight to see which one is the best one. So we'll have to see. That makes sense. Genius title. Thank you. So until tomorrow, and I don't know exactly what time. I know these afternoon, early evening streams are much better, clearly, because you and I were able to talk. So I'm going to try and aim for that. If not, it might be a late night. Not like late night, but we might have to go for like 9-10. I don't know. But if I can aim for anywhere between 4 to 6 o'clock, great. If not, I'll keep everyone posted. And yeah, so thank you, Vince, for coming on and doing some inside information for us on your segment. And we will see, hopefully, you and others tomorrow for Twilight Zone Halloween Scare 6. So up until then, thanks, guys, and we will see you